So, welcome back to the campaign. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to make the campaigns and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to the video where I go over all the mods we're using and why. For this campaign, we are playing as Kugoth Plaguefather, the Fetid Brewmaster, setting out to spread across the world not for the sake of conquering it, but in search of the perfect plague. For some reason, humans and dwarves and lizards and everyone else don't seem to want to embrace Grandfather Nurgle's toxic love and are fighting back, which is an annoyance to Kugoth and will just have to use more forceful methods, like destroying their armies, conquering their cities, and spreading our corruption to every province we can reach. Okay, so I think we are on the cusp. Sorry, I just had to stop and listen to Kugoth there for a second. Yeah, I think that we are actually on the cusp of breaking out in this game. We broke out a little bit, obviously. We've got this salient here, we've got now Ruin's End, but we have one major obstacle to remove, and then when we do, I think we're going to be in really good shape to basically just pick a direction and starting to spread Grandfather Nurgle's toxic love around. So that one obstacle is, of course, right here, and that is the combination of this army, which is on its own relatively strong, but nothing that Kugoth can't handle, and Pig Barter as a settlement garrison here, which is also fairly strong, but I don't think it's anything. Oh, this is interesting. Pig Barter is walled. I thought that because this was an ogre settlement that it was not going to be walled. Well, anyway, I don't care if it's walled or not. Walled will make it a little bit harder, but it's still something that we can take. The problem is the combination of the two of them. So let's apply what we have learned so far in recent turns, and I think what we have learned are two really significant things. Number one, Ghorst does not want to come out and attack us at Scrap Towers. This force right here, combined with the size 16 garrison, looks to me like this is enough of a deterrent for Ghorst to he's not interested in coming down here and making a move on us at this time. It could possibly change if his strength keeps growing, but he's at 55 right now. That's not great. So I don't think he is likely to make that move. So that's factor number one. While I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and give our cultist here his skill. Do we have any magic items or ancillaries to give him? We do not. Okay. All right, so that's factor number one. Ghorst is not interested right now in attacking us at Scrap Towers. Factor number two is that Greasus does want to come out from Pig Barter. He came out here before. He moved back in when Kugoth came here to threaten him. He moved back out again, but he's in encampment stance. He's trying to draw us into a big fight there with both of his combined forces, which is a little bit much for us. I'm not convinced we couldn't win that fight, but I really don't think it's worth the risk, particularly because his army here is in encampment stance, so he's going to get the additional benefit of leadership and melee defense, which I don't love the idea of that. I'm not 100% sure whether the garrison here is going to get the full garrison buff if it's only a reinforcing army or if it has to be the settlement battle itself. I'm not actually sure about that, but in any case, This is not an attack that I am particularly eager to make because it's just too risky. There is always the possibility of weakening them somewhat with a plague from our plague cauldron. In fact, I may go ahead and do that. Probably the best thing to do would be the melee attack and the base weapon damage combination. That's 150 every time we do it, but that's okay. This is really an important battle for, it's an important, when it happens, it will be an extremely important battle for us. So I actually don't want to reduce his campaign movement range for a reason that will become clear in just a few seconds. So let's go ahead and summon this plague cultist. Let's go ahead and hit him here. Boom. Infected. So we're now down to 133 infections, but we'll get him back. And meanwhile, he is suffering from all of his units are suffering from a -4 to melee attack and a -15% to melee damage. So that's good. That's quite good. Okay, so the reason why I don't want to reduce his campaign movement range is because we need for him, because we have to take advantage of the fact that he wants to move out and Ghorst does not want to move out. So we are going to give him a little bit of room. We're going to give him the chance to move out by thinking that we are not in his way. We're moving far enough away where, I mean, obviously 45% is not great, but presumably he won't know that we're here until he starts moving closer to us, and he probably will pull us out of ambush stance, but the idea is if he does come this way, he'll have come far enough that we can hit him before he can get back to the settlement. If he decides to go this way, which he might, he did last time, he went this way and he started raiding, that's good, because that'll put us in a position where we can go up and attack Pig Barter. Actually, I probably should have not quite moved quite that far, because I don't know for sure if we can reach Pig Barter, but we'll adjust if necessary. But this strategy is one I think we can employ for a few turns until he does something that gives us the opportunity to hit one of those two armies separately. So, okay, enough talking about all that. That's the strategy that I'm going to go with. We're going to go ahead and meanwhile just keep doing what we're doing. We're in no real dangerous situation. We actually, I think, we're holding the cards, I think, in terms of having the strategic advantage. So let's go ahead and maybe let's take, well, that's definitely not, it's going to be a while before we have great unclean ones. Let's go ahead and take festering. Why not? Temperate strains. Oh, okay. Actually, no, never mind. We do have temperate here. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. That's good. And we'll start to get more and more temperate climate settlements, I think, in the near future. Building upgrade. That's not really ideal for us. We don't have tons of money anyway, so we're going to pass on that. Okay. So really this turn is going to be the first, hopefully, and only turn of trying this strategy. And let's see how it works. Let's just go ahead and check our diplomacy real quick. Now, I didn't hear a whole lot of feedback. Let's go ahead and hit in turn. Didn't hear a whole lot of feedback about the shorter videos versus longer videos, but the dag nabbit. Oh, that's aggravating. Yeah, he pulled us out of ambush stance, but we'll try it again next turn, unless for some reason we really need to move Kugath somewhere else. I can't really afford to move him any further away because I want to find out if we're close enough to reach Pig Barter in one turn. Anyway, as I was saying, the people who did make a comment about shorter videos versus longer videos did express an interest in keeping them longer. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I won't be able to put them out as often, but that's okay. All right, and ambush foiled. Capture and occupy Knobbly Gorge. Okay, well, we definitely want to do that at some point. Meanwhile, we are actually also, you know, improving our situation here, making it harder to for him later on to take this, or for anyone to take this. Okay, so from here we actually could not reach Pig Barter if we wanted to. So that tells me we need to move a little closer. Hopefully that's enough. Guess we could maybe go... Is there anywhere where we could go where we could conveniently be a higher percentage? It doesn't look it. I mean, we could go back as far as here, and there we're at 70%, but I'm not sure that accomplishes our goal. So, what we're going to do... Does this actually move us at all? Seems like it. Okay, so we're going to stay there at 45%. We're going to add one more little wrinkle here. We're going to go ahead and come out with Grog. We're going to put him in encampment stance. We're still going to have control issues here, but that's okay. Let's see if doing this will change the equation for Greasus. Maybe he'll be tempted to come out here and attack it because it is, I mean, he can't reach in one turn, but he might start heading towards it because we're no longer within reinforcement range of that settlement. Of course, the other concern is, of course, that Ghorst might see this as vulnerable and make a move on it. And we don't really want that to happen right now either. So, let's go ahead and check our diplomacy.
Father's here.
At least we are back in a situation where we're making 1,000 favor per turn, and that's good. It'll start giving us a little bit of flexibility to react to the circumstances if we suddenly need to recruit some more units. Okay, let's go ahead and do this again. Now, Greasus goes right away, so we'll find out right away. That's what we want. Oh, we didn't go very far. That's okay. I think that's going to be enough. I think we can work with this. And did you notice what I noticed? Look who is in charge. Okay, Ghorst did not move. Look who is now back in charge of this army. So even though Greasus has all kinds of different enemies, we can see the CA anti-player bias at work here. Greasus has how many enemies? 4. He's got Kolek, he's got Grimgor, and he's got me. And I'd be willing to bet you that I'm considered the weakest of any of those. Well, plus Dolgan, of course, but that's just a vassal of Kolek. Yeah, I'm the weakest of... I can't see Grimgor, but I can't imagine Grimgor is weaker. So, yeah, I'm the weakest of any of the enemies, and yet, obviously, the AI is still focusing on us. That's okay. That's alright. So we could... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can hit him. We can hit him, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit him. You know, not a big surprise. And then, hopefully, we'll be able to hit Pig Barter, but we'll have to reassess based on how much damage we take. The good news is he is still at He still has the plague on him for right now. Do we want to do anything in terms of plagues on ourselves before we do this? There's nothing actually that benefits our armies right now. So what we really need to do is we need to unlock some of these recipes down there. Okay, let's go ahead and move Grog closer. I'm really hoping and I don't think it's a concern. Really hoping Greasus does not retreat from this fight. I don't think he will. Before I attack, we have a rank to apply here. I think we'll go ahead and do hard to hit. Check this. Nothing. Okay. Is that the only skill up that we got? Rating, rank up. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I believe this is going to be a really pretty significant... Oh, he did. Oh, my goodness. He didn't go far. Is there any chance that Grog can reach him? No, there is no chance Grog can reach him. Okay, well... Alright. That's disappointing, but that does tell us just how much stronger we are. Unfortunately, we're also about to suffer attrition. Well, if he attacks us, are we close enough to one another to reinforce one another? We are. Okay. We got him on the run. That's good, anyway. If he runs too far away, then we'll attack Pig Barter. If he doesn't run too far away, we'll attack him. Unless I'm missing something. Still, pretty disappointing there. Wanted to get this out of that battle, not only out of the way this turn, but also while we're at full strength and while the plague is on him, and while, before we suffer any attrition. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy again.
The over-tyrant.
Let's go ahead and end our turn and see what Greasus does. Okay, well, he's encamped. That's not really what we want either. Ghorst, what are you going to do? Nothing, okay. Okay, so here's the next really big concern. How much did we suffer from attrition? We suffered a pretty significant amount, quite frankly. That's annoying, but maybe that'll work in our favor, because maybe it evens up the odds enough that he won't try to retreat, because what I'm frankly very concerned about is that he's going to retreat again, and it'll retreat him. You know, you never can tell which way the CA pathfinding is going to work. He could potentially move like in a direction that's like really inaccessible to us, too far away for us to keep chasing him, basically. If for some reason that happens, Shatterstone Bay, I think, can hold out with a little bit of help against his army. Scrap Towers might be able to, if he would be able to somehow get there before us. Ruins End, you're still a turn away from being a little bit stronger, but okay, we're going to go ahead and try this attack again. If he retreats, here's the question. I'm going to actually try the attack with Grog, because if he retreats and we can't attack him at all, I want Kugath to be close enough to lay siege to Pig Barter. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. See, our strategy has worked. It only worked partially, I guess.
Once
Here goes nothing. Okay. He's going to fight. Pyrrhic victory, so we would lose some units if we auto-resolve. That's interesting, but I think we'll be okay here. I want to try to do this where we don't lose any units, but I do believe that it's extremely almost had to sneeze there, extremely likely that we'll take enough casualties that it's going to be hard for us to immediately lay siege to Pig Barter. But we'll find out. Okay, pretty terrible here on the Winds of Magic situation, but it is what it is. We have Kugath coming in right here, so let's go ahead and put everybody back here for now. Start the battle, speed things up. If he comes to us, I don't think he'll get here before Kugath's army comes in. He's not coming to us anyway. He's rearranging. That's fine. Go ahead and move these guys a little bit more in this direction. Let's go ahead and get you walking over to here. It's possible that this might draw him in to attack us. Kugath, what are you looking at? 20 seconds, except we're on 4 times speed, so any second now. Okay, there we go. Alright, so what is good for us? What's a good tactical placement for us? I think maybe these woods right here would be good, but that might be a little too close to him. It is. It's a little too close to him. Okay, we're gonna set up shop back here. There's no reason not to. No reason not to. Let's go ahead and get our get our Nurglings into position like this. Let's go ahead and get the Beastie here. Let's go ahead and get the Plague Toads maybe over here for now. They'll be able to see them, but I don't think they're going to do too much about it. We'll be able. Let's go ahead and get our. We'll make our. There we go. Our mortal army sort of a back line here. Let's go ahead and get the Chaos Warhounds and along with the Plague Toads. Let's go ahead and get them in a control group. And then let's go ahead and get Kugath here. And let's get all of our melee units into a control group on 2. And then let's get all of our caster units on 3. Okay, now we can speed up. And Kugath, you need to get in position where you can pull them forward, so you just go ahead and start firing on those overpulls until they start coming forward, and then we'll get Kugath over here. Meanwhile, our Beast of Nurgle here has, at least he's regenerated up to his maximum capacity. Okay, slow down. Kugath. Let's make sure that they really are coming towards us here. Yeah, okay. Speed up again. Okay. Alright, start coming this way. Okay, that's fine. If they want to send the Saber Tusks in at us now, let's go ahead and actually, let's send our our Beast of Nurgle in on them. He can take them on by himself. Okay. How are our cav back here doing? They're all poised, ready to do some good work. And of course get themselves trapped inside whoever they attack. But that's what happens. Why is my Beast of Nurgle taking so much damage? I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and get Kugath. You're not going to make it, are you? That's fine. Keep trying. Let's take him off of fire at will. Keep moving. Keep on moving. You know, they don't have much in the way of missile units. I guess there's really maybe no reason why we couldn't go ahead and move everybody out of the woods. Like, maybe to here. I think Kugath can then go ahead and get himself in the middle there. And that'll work out fine. Okay, how are you guys looking back here? Oh, I've already lost one of my Chaos Warhounds by not paying attention. That figures. Okay. Alright, that's gonna happen when I don't pay attention. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our Chaos Mortals in on... Let's kind of get everybody in on Greasus now. So does anybody have... Yes, some of you do have abilities to use. Are we ready to do some casting? Ooh, we better get... Let's get our Beast of Nurgle away, because he's taking some damage. 3... Okay. Where's Adipus? Adipus is right here. Let's put him right there. Okay, let's go ahead and cast our Rancid Visitations on Greasus. Greasus is going to be, I think, the key. Alright, Beast of Nurgle, can you get out of there? Alright, you guys, can you guys get out of there? No, the answer is no. I've totally screwed up the micro, as usual, on my cavalry units. And the bad news is Chaos Warhounds will run away, but the Plague Toads there, they're going to disintegrate. That's okay, at least if I lose them, I will have lost the unit that I'm not very good with anyway. Okay, good. Beast of Nurgle is now... you guys. I want you guys in here, please. Alright, any chance that we can save these guys? Keep going. Oh, you're being chased by... Let's get the Chaos Warhounds on them. They can't outrun the... Oh, come on, guys. Don't get bogged down by the ogres. Yeah, they're gone. Okay, my Plague Toads are dead. Not even worth trying to get a heal on them, I don't think. Alright, let's go ahead and get another... Okay, my beast didn't get very far, did he? Boy, I have just absolutely not microed well at all in this battle. But it's okay, I still plan to win it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this again. Okay, he's fleeing. However, he is mounted, so I think he'll be able to get away. Where's Kugath here? Let's go ahead and get you. Alright. Keep going, keep running, beast. Keep running. Okay, we killed Greasus, which is huge. Now, let's go ahead and get everybody on those Iron Guts, I think. No, don't. Okay. My Beast of Nurgle's speed is 44. He's being chased by Ogre Bulls with a speed of 49, so that's problematic, okay. That's alright, just keep... see if you can maybe work your way around and get back to us over here. Everybody except for the Beast of Nurgle. We want you all now just all packed together here in the middle. I'm not going to speed things up just yet. Oh, no, not you. You rallied, and I don't want you back in there just yet. You will get yourself killed. Up the Chaos Warhounds. Let's run away as well. I don't want you. Alright, they're gone. Beast of Nurgle, you just aren't going to be able to pull away, are you? Okay, we're breaking them one after another here. I don't think it's likely that the Beast of Nurgle will get killed before we win this fight, but it is possible. Why don't you chase after them? Maybe that's something you can do. And actually, you could go with them, and that might help. All right. Let's go ahead and drink the healing potion. Healing potion. Adipus, can you cast a good get a good cast off here? I guess if we do it right here, maybe. Hitting the Nobbler Trappers, that was probably not our most effective use of that spell, but it's fine. You now see if you can meet up with the Beast of Nurgle right there. Let's go ahead and get a heal in on... Where do we want the heal? Get it on, let's put it on you. Okay, Beast of Nurgle, can you get in here?
Disease is a boon for distraction.
Okay, all you guys get in on them now. Okay, you guys on those Iron Guts maybe. Okay, 3, let's get you guys out here helping out. 2, let's get you guys over there. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. You're free. Go ahead and hit them from behind. You can hit those Iron Guts. Everybody here. Iron Guts, I think they're about to all break here. Okay, broken. Get those Nobbler Trappers broken. Including you, Beast. You can rejoin the action. Now, finally, we can speed things up. Okay, got the Nobbler Trappers broken. So Iron Fists are now coming back to us. He's still only shaken. That's interesting. Okay, let's get you. Come on, hit them from behind. Everybody. There we go. Okay, finally. Wow, that was an incredibly scuffy battle by me, but other than the Plague Toads, hopefully we did not lose any units. Okay, yep, that's the only unit we lost. We took fairly significant casualties, however. Kind of as I was expecting. Still, that's a big win. It's a big win. We'll take I wish it were more than 1%, and of course that's only going to replenish the smaller of our two armies anyway. I think we're just going to have to take the... Oh, it's a tough call. I think what I normally like to do is a 10-to-1 ratio. If the infections that we get, although it does depend on whether we, you know, how much of a stockpile we have, but I'm actually going to go with the... I'm going to go with the favor. Why not? A little bit more of a priority right now than infections. Ah, and the good thing is, since we attacked with Grog instead of with Kugath, Grog now gets the defeat trait. Scepter of Stability, okay. Lots of ranks gained, that's very good. Couple of steeds. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this now. Let's go ahead and give him Stream of Corruption, I suppose. Let's go ahead and give Kugath, what do you not have yet? You don't have Rotting Ways, which I will take sometime soon, but I'm not convinced I'm going to take it yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting Kugath. I'm not sure if I want to go more melee or spellcasting with him. The reason why, I mean, I know spellcasting is extremely powerful, but I'm going to have plenty of Plague Riddens to do my spellcasting, and I really like this Pestilent Decay. This is the one that is a permanent, causes damage to combatants all around him. I think I might start working towards that, because Kugath obviously does find himself in melee combat quite a lot. So we're going to do that. Let's see how we're looking here on the magic items. We gained the Scepter of Stability, which is a boost to spell resistance. That might be something that I'll get rid of, actually. It's not the kind of thing I typically think to use at the right time in battle.
We are the scourge of our
Okay, let's go ahead and... Do we want Aura of Chaos? He's on a mount now, so he's a little bit more...
satisfactory outcome.
He's a little bit more vulnerable to missile attacks, so we'll give him that. Let's go ahead and give Deadly Blade here to our cultist. Let's go ahead and give him also the Aura of Chaos. Our Plague Ridden here, we want to continue to do the magic line.
Favors us.
Cultist here, you can't do increased mobility again yet, so we'll give you that. And this Plague Ridden, we do want to give you replenished troops, and we want to give you Children of Nurgle, so that whenever we do start to give you other spells, you'll get the passive benefit. Now, we can get ourselves into camp stance, which is great. And we can reach Pig Barter to lay siege to it. Can I reach with him? No, I cannot. Okay, of course not. Okay, so yeah, what we want to do...
Perfect experiment.
I hate to suffer more casualties to attrition at this point, because we're already really dinged up. But it's just too important for us to block them right now. Close defeat. There is a chance that they... There is a chance that they'll come out and... Actually, I don't know. There might be a pretty good chance that they'll come out and attack us. If they do... I think we can win that fight. Again, we might lose some Nurgling units, but that would be fine. Because I think our hero units should be able to win that fight for us. And then we have the concern about attrition. But we need to make sure that one of our two armies is laying siege to it so that they can't get a new lord in here and start recruiting. Okay, meanwhile, we have enough money to be able to continue improving these things. Let's go ahead and do Dragon Fang Mount. We'll save a little bit of money, I guess, rather than spending it on this. I think we're only one turn. Yeah, we're only one turn away. We'll need to spend some more money there. Okay. So we'll save what little we've got there. I could do the manifestation here on Grog, but no, I want him to be able to race back to Scrap Towers if necessary. Okay. Anyway, big important turn for us, but we're not quite done with this obstacle yet because we are in a severely depleted state and we're losing more. And we might have to figure out some slightly longer-term strategy for taking Pig Barter at this point. At the very least, I want to have a second army in there able to reinforce the attack. Okay, so having done all of that, now we have nothing to do diplomatically. Nothing more to do with our building. Let's go ahead and see if Greasus attacks us. Okay, he is going to attack us. Let's now decide whether or not we want to fight this. What's the battlefield look like? Not much in the way of woods to benefit us. I probably should have hit him with a plague before doing this. Yeah, in fact, let's do that. Let's retreat, hit him with a plague. Those lead belchers are a concern. Okay, I'm taking a second to think this through. I think we could win this. I think we could win it, but I have a reinforcing army. I might as well wait for that. So let's go ahead and retreat. We stopped him from recruiting a lord there, at the very least. Ghorst does nothing. Good to see our brethren there at Magath Kin just kind of rearranging the pawns on the chessboard. I should check to see who they're at war with. Okay, that's good. I'll always take more technology. Siege lifted, of course. Suffered attrition, of course. That's unfortunate, but can't be helped. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to use Grog. We're going to get him in there. Definitely not going to fight that. At least we do have now some mortals here who actually could use the siege towers. Or the, I guess maybe it makes more sense to go ahead and build those. Okay. Continue the siege. Now, we'll put you into encampment stance. Oh, dagnabbit, I meant to put a plague on them. Grr.
Desecration is coming.
Break the siege. How far are you moving?
Become
Hopefully you'll be able to reapply the siege. Nope, you can't. I'm going to have to do it with Kugath after all. Man, that's annoying. Oh well. It is what it is. Alright, Plague Cauldron. We want to put the... What do we want to do here? On non-Nurgle... Plague effects on non-Nurgle armies. Well, that's an army plague. I need a settlement plague. I don't know whether this actually is going to have any effect at all. Oh, there we go. No, that's what we want right there. Attrition plus 35% when under siege. Okay, that's what we want. And casualty replenishment rate. Minus 3% for armies in the region, which they have none of. Okay, now do any of these others affect a settlement? Yes, but just a control thing. Not worth it? Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and do this. Spread the plague. Okay. Let me just double check and make sure that I can't reach. I cannot. Okay, but you can at least reinforce Kugath at this point. So now if they... Kugath, you're in encamp stance, okay. Now if Kugath... If they don't come out to attack us, then they'll start suffering some serious attrition.
I'll dissect them.
Of course, we're suffering attrition as well, so it's not a perfect strategy by any means. But I think it's very likely that they'll come out and attack us again, since we have lost some of our troops, even though we've gained these guys. Alright, meanwhile, we can go ahead and do this. We want growth. How are we doing on control? We're actually doing fine in control. We're not nearly as dangerous as I thought it was going to be. And here, you guys are doing fine. Down here, you guys are doing fine. Let's go ahead and ignore that. Let's do our research again. We need one more here. Might as well do Festering at this point. It's not one that I'm likely to ever use, but it's only 2 turns. This is not useful. Well, this one, actually, this is only 3 turns, and it will actually be useful at some point, so we'll do that. Let's check our diplomacy.
Father's here.
Okay, now what would really screw us over is if somebody else declares war on us right now, because we are quite weakened. But that's okay. If it were to happen, we will react to it. Okay, so here we go. Are they going to attack us? Let's find out. Nope. Okay. Interesting. I want to see how much attrition that extra 35% actually does to them. If it's significant, then we may keep it going a little bit longer while Kugath starts to recover some troops. Now I know what you're asking. How can Kugath recover troops when he is suffering attrition? And it's a very good question. Okay, where did they pop up at? It's not showing us. Settlement besieged, of course. Attrition, of course. Okay, so can we see them on the map? Oh, okay, up there. Not too worried about them right there for now. They're not... Okay, they're close enough they could attack us, and they're likely to come down and start raiding us because, you know, CA anti-player bias, but I doubt if they are strong enough to actually take scrap towers. Okay, so back to this question, how are we going to be able to replenish Kugath.
Suffering is none.
It's not nothing. Close defeat, huh? Well, we're going to break the siege.
Inevitable defeat.
We're going to switch armies
Fetid.
because Kugath needs to replenish. And you, my friend, Grog, you're a little bit less important for this, so we're going to have you be the siegers here. Continue the siege.
Defile. Destroy.
And Kugath, you need to just get close enough where you can reinforce, which I'm assuming you are now close enough. Well,
Ruin.
you're close enough that you would help in this combat, so I'm going to assume that means you're close enough to reinforce if they sally out. Okay, all right. So a little bit delayed, a little bit tedious. You know what we need to do here is we need to get control, because I don't really want to have to fight a rebellion right here, right now. It'll unfortunately happen soon if these guys, the dimmed suns, if they come into our territory and start raiding us, but maybe by then we'll have taken Pig Barter. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 turns is even enough here for us to be able to siege down Pig Barter and also get enough replenishment here that I feel comfortable launching that attack. I just don't feel like it's necessary to do it right now because time is on our side in that siege. And do we want to do this? No, because we want to be able to build another unit here, another building here next turn. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and check diplomacy. Look at that. Non-aggression pact. They would probably, I'm going to predict that they will pay us 1 favor for, nope, they're not even going to pay us 1. Okay. Obviously, we don't want to do that because if you make a ceasefire with those guys, they're still just as likely to come into your territory and start raiding you anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and end our turn. See what happens. Greasus did not attack us. What's Ghorst going to do, and what are the dimmed suns going to do? Yeah, interesting. Okay. 2 armies worth. Well, that's okay. That's all right. We'll figure something out. And the dim suns, you guys are going to come down into our territory and start raiding, aren't you? Of course you are. Absolutely. No doubt. You wouldn't want to, raid over here in the more valuable province of Flayed Rock. Why would you do that when you could come into our territory and get a lot less money out of raiding us? Okay. Yeah, the anti-player bias is a bit annoying in this game, but it is what it is. Alright, so we obviously are now going to have to expedite the attack on Pig Barter. And I'm not entirely sure whether we... Well, obviously we can't get Kugath all the way back and into the settlement. So that is probably going to preclude us from being able to... It's probably not worth it for him to race over there and try to help defend this, because they can just pin it down with 1 army and then attack Kugath by himself with 2 armies. And after the casualties that we're going to suffer from the attack on Pig Barter, I don't think he's going to be in any shape to fight both of those armies by himself. But I'm not convinced here that Ghorst,
No.
even though he himself is rank 15, he does have at least one White King. This other army here is level 7 plus a Necromancer. I mean, mostly chaff. It's the hero units and the lords that are going to be the biggest concern, obviously. I'm not convinced that they will be able to take scrap towers with those two armies. They probably can just because of their characters, but what we might want to do is use our money to recruit another lord, grab some regiments of renown, which we can't even look at over here, so I don't know what's available, but actually I'm not sure. Do we even have regiments of renown? Anyway, we can do some insta recruiting, some summoning as Nurgle anyway. So we may do that to try to get some better forces there to defend scrap towers. Meanwhile, obviously, the step number 1 for the upcoming episode is going to be the battle for Pig Barter, which is going to be a major milestone. However, it's a walled city battle. It's going to take a long time. It takes patience with all the mods that we're using to do a walled city battle of anything resembling balanced forces on both sides, which this is. So yeah, we're going to have to do that in the next episode, and then we'll play it by ear from there as to how we're going to handle this situation right here. So there's going to be a lot of action going on in the next episode. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you all just for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next episode.